The movie starts with real estate agent Jessica Chambers waiting for her husband, John, a professor, to come home. When John arrives, Jessica tells him she knows about his affair with Vivian, one of his students. John denies it, but Jessica shows him pictures of them kissing. John tries to explain, but Jessica cuts him off, saying she doesn't want to hear it. She says she won't divorce him, but he must end things with Vivian and keep the affair a secret from their 14-year-old daughter, Anna. Jessica also says they will go on a family vacation to fix their marriage. John quickly agrees and goes to pick up Anna from soccer practice. A few days later, the family drives to a house they rented by the bayou. Jessica isn't sure who owns it, but her real estate agency is selling it, and the owners are letting people rent it for now. Inside, Anna lets their cat, Toby, out of his carrier. Jessica then sets up cameras to create a virtual tour for selling the house. Later, while the family is relaxing by the pool, Jessica asks John to drive 20 miles to buy veal cutlets. John says he and Anna would rather have burgers, but he agrees to go anyway. The both, father and daughter, then head to the store. At the store, Anna looks at magazines while John searches for the veal cutlets. As Anna reads, a boy named Isaac approaches her and starts flirting. While talking, Isaac finds out Anna is only 14, her parents are having problems, and they're staying at a house 20 miles away. Meanwhile, John finds the veal cutlets, but changes his mind and grabs burger meat instead. John and Anna meet up at the register to pay, where they meet the cashier, Isaac's grandpappy, who owns the store. While the old man writes John's receipt, he hears John tell Anna there were no veal cutlets. He gives John a surprised look, but doesn't say anything. Outside, John checks the receipt and sees a note written on it. "You are being watched by the devil." Instead of going back into the store, John decides to leave. Back at the house, John and Anna find Jessica upstairs trying to open a locked door with a hammer and screwdriver. The owners had left keys for every door except that one, and strangely, the room isn't even shown on the house blueprints. As John tries to open the locked door, Jessica asks if he got the veal, and he lies, saying the store was out. The doorbell rings, and Jessica goes to answer it. At the door, she meets Isaac, who says he's their neighbor and met Anna at his grandpappy's store. Isaac invites them over for dinner to welcome them. Jessica politely says no, but Isaac mentions they're having veal cutlets and that the store just got a big shipment the day before. Realizing John lied, Jessica asks for Isaac's address and agrees to come over for dinner. Later, while getting dressed, Jessica and John argue about the veal. John has the nerve to ask why she trusts Isaac more than him. Their argument gets worse, and Jessica tells John he broke her heart. John apologizes and promises he ended things with Vivian. While Anna waits for her parents downstairs, she gets a nosebleed and calls them down. They decide it's best to cancel dinner, but suddenly there's a knock at the door. It's Isaac and Grandpappy, who say their oven broke, so they brought all the food over and offer to cook. Jessica agrees. In the kitchen, while Grandpappy chops carrots, John asks him about the note on the receipt. Grandpappy says the devil is always watching and bad actions can invite him in. Meanwhile, in the living room, Jessica grows uncomfortable as Isaac lightly flirts with Anna. We find out Isaac's parents died of bone cancer and Grandpappy raised him. Jessica asks Isaac if he knows who owns the house, but when he says no, she points out it's strange since they're neighbors. Before things get deeper, John calls everyone for dinner. Things get tense when Isaac asks to light candles and touches Anna's shoulder on his way to the cabinet. Things get even worse when Jessica notices Isaac knew exactly where the candles were. When she asks how he knew, Isaac just says he guessed. Isaac says he doesn't have matches, so Jessica offers to look for some in the kitchen and asks John to help her. In the kitchen, she tells John she wants Isaac and Grandpappy to leave right after dinner, and he agrees. They go back to the table where Anna excitedly tells them Isaac did a trick where he lit the candles just by touching them. Jessica ignores it and firmly tells Isaac they need to leave after dinner because the family is tired from the long trip. Isaac misunderstands and thinks Jessica is inviting him and Grandpappy to stay the night, but she quickly corrects him and says they need to leave. Isaac says there's plenty of space and reveals he knows how many rooms the house has, even mentioning the locked room they couldn't open. John asks how he knows about the locked room, but before Isaac can answer, Anna gets another nosebleed and faints on her plate, while Grandpappy excuses himself to use the bathroom. Anna wakes up, and Jessica and John again demand that Isaac to leave. Isaac refuses and reveals he has the key to the locked room. Suddenly, they hear cat Toby screaming from upstairs. Everyone rushes up, and Grandpappy says the locked door was open and Toby ran in before it shut by itself. As Toby keeps crying from inside the room, John tries to grab the key from Isaac, but Isaac clenches it in his hand and makes it vanish. The power goes out, and John tells Grandpappy to take Isaac and leave. That's when Grandpappy reveals Isaac isn't actually his grandson. They hear the sound of Toby's bones crunching, then silence. The power comes back on, and John demands the key again. Isaac tells him to check his back pocket, and somehow, the key is there. John tries to open the door, but Jessica stops him, thinking something dangerous is inside. Grandpappy suggests a coyote might have gotten in, but John insists and tries the key. When it doesn't work, Isaac jokes that he brought the wrong one and goes to the bathroom. Grandpappy tells the family to come downstairs. He has something important to share before Isaac comes back. Grandpappy tells the family they're not there to rob them, but hints that Isaac is some kind of evil force brought into their lives because of John's affair. He then shares how he first met Isaac. Apparently, Isaac just showed up one day out of the bayou and said his parents had died. Grandpappy, for some reason, decided to take him in. Over time, maybe years or even decades, Grandpappy became Isaac's helper, though he doesn't explain what he helps him with or why Isaac never seems to age. John doesn't believe, but Jessica tells Grandpappy to keep going. Before continuing, Grandpappy puts on a record to cover their voices, just in case Isaac is listening. But instead of music, the record plays a private conversation between John and Vivian, where John says Jessica is making him go on a trip and that he plans to divorce her. Then, we hear John and Vivian say they love each other. Jessica throws her wedding ring at John and says she's leaving with Anna. As they all start yelling, Isaac walks in holding a still-alive Toby. John then starts accusing Jessica, Isaac, and Grandpappy of working together to humiliate him for cheating. Suddenly, Anna says she saw something run past the window. Everyone looks outside, and Isaac suggests it was probably a coyote or a wolf. We get a quick glimpse of a large creature, but it's too fast to identify. Isaac points out a shotgun under the table and suggests he and John go outside to hunt it. John refuses, thinking Isaac will shoot him, so Isaac hands the gun to Grandpappy as a sign of trust. Once they're far from the house, John grabs Isaac by the collar, and it's revealed that John is behind everything. Before the trip, he hired Isaac for $100,000 to kill Jessica and make it look like a robbery, but now he's frustrated that it's taking too long. He asks how Isaac got the audio recording of him and Vivian, but doesn't press when Isaac sarcastically says magic. Instead, John snaps and tells him to stop with the tricks and just shoot Jessica. Isaac asks if he's sure, even offering to back out, but John insists. They return to the house, and Isaac tells Jessica and Anna he's robbing them, then locks the whole family in the mysterious upstairs room. John fakes concern and pretends he trusts Isaac to let them live if they just cooperate. Jessica doesn't trust Isaac and fears he plans to trap them all in the room to die. With no real choice, the family heads upstairs. Isaac unlocks the door, but then surprises John by insisting he go in first. As John steps inside, Isaac slams the door shut and locks it. John bangs on the door, yelling to be let out, but Isaac calmly tells him he's exactly where he belongs. Turning to Jessica and Anna, Isaac suddenly switches gears and starts playing therapist. He tells Jessica she's been in denial for years about John's infidelity. Before she can respond, the doorbell rings. Isaac suggests Jessica go answer it while Grandpappy stays behind with Anna. Jessica hurries downstairs, grabs the hammer she had earlier left on the kitchen counter, and opens the door, only to find a stunned Vivian standing there. Vivian explains that John had texted her in a panic, begging her to come because he was alone in the house. Jessica quickly realizes it must have been Isaac who sent the text to lure Vivian there. Jessica warns Vivian about Isaac and Grandpappy and urges her to go to the police, since their phones have no service. Vivian hands Jessica a can of mace, saying she was planning to break up with John anyway, but Jessica cuts her off. Vivian runs back to her car. It won't start. Inside the house, Isaac casually tells Grandpappy to grab some gasoline and take Anna outside. Meanwhile, John keeps pounding on the locked door, shouting that he won't pay Isaac a cent. But Isaac reveals he never cared about the money, then cryptically tells John to check the closet. John opens it, hears a deep growl, and before we see what happens, something lunges at him as the scene cuts away. Outside, Jessica watches helplessly as Vivian continues trying to start her car. When the engine fails, Vivian tries to escape but finds the doors jammed. Suddenly, Anna appears carrying a gas can, with Grandpappy right behind her holding the shotgun. He orders Anna to pour the gas on Vivian's car or he'll shoot Jessica. But Jessica grabs the can from Anna, apologizes to Vivian, and douses the car in gasoline. Vivian screams and begs her to stop, but Grandpappy lights the gas. Flames erupt around the car as Jessica yells for Anna to run and then slams the hammer into Grandpappy's head, knocking him down and killing him. Knowing John has the car keys, Jessica tells Anna to stay put and gives her the shotgun and mace. Then she re-enters the house, shouting for Isaac, but he does not appear. Following the sound of John's cries, she heads upstairs and finds a glowing-eyed wolf standing over John's bloodied body. Barely clinging to life, John weakly asks about Anna and Vivian. Jessica tells him Vivian's alive. He manages to say that Isaac has the car keys, and then asks Jessica to tell Vivian he loves her. Outside, Isaac surprises Anna, knocks her down, and grabs the shotgun as it accidentally goes off. Jessica hears the shot and rushes outside, following Anna's screams. She finds Isaac, who calmly tells her he plans to take Anna as his wife and hints that he's some kind of demon. He then reveals John hired him to kill her and claims John got what he deserved. But before he can do more, Anna sprays mace into his eyes, giving Jessica the chance to grab the shotgun and shoot him in the stomach. As Isaac bleeds out, he laughs and says he was joking about marrying Anna. Jessica demands to know who, or what, he really is. Isaac explains that he and Grandpappy built the house to lure in sinners, guiding them to redemption or death. He admits he's been alive for centuries and might be a demon. He tosses her the car keys, and Jessica and Anna flee. By morning, the two are at the sheriff's office, recounting everything that happened, but the sheriff doesn't believe a word. She says there are no houses at the address Jessica gave, only swampland. Determined, Jessica insists they go check. Anna stays at the station while Jessica and the sheriff head out. When they arrive, the house is gone. Only trees and grass remain. Jessica spots her wedding ring on the ground, but keeps it to herself. She quietly agrees there's no house, and they leave. As they drive back, the sheriff tells Jessica she's not the first to report a vanishing house and asks her to open the glove box. Inside is one of the cameras from Jessica's virtual home tour. She turns it on and sees Isaac on screen saying, "I'm right behind you." Jessica turns and sees Isaac and Grandpappy driving past them in a truck. The sheriff lets them go and tells Jessica they're not human, but whatever they are, she's lucky to be alive. She advises Jessica to take her second chance in life and never come back. The film ends with Jessica reuniting at the station and embracing Anna. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more interesting movie recaps.